G'day guys, welcome back to another video. This is probably one of the most important videos I've ever made. I'm going to be doing a tier list of all the N by N Rubik's Cubes from 1 by 1, 2 by 2, all the way up to 21 by 21, which is currently the biggest cube you can get or buy. I'm not including the 22 by 22 and the 33 by 33, all those big ones that people have made on their own. No, these are all ones that you can buy, and I'm going to be ranking them all from S tier to F tier. Might as well get started. So first up, obviously, we have the 1 by 1. Now, if you're lame, then you'd probably put it in F tier. You'd, oh no, it's not a puzzle. No, 1 by 1 is very important. Very good cube. S tier. Well, okay, I'm not going to put it in S tier. I'll put it in A tier because, you know, it's quite challenging, and some people think it might be even the hardest one. The less down you go, the harder it is to see pieces on each side, you know, it's a big deal. 2 by 2, you know, pretty good cube, pretty fun, but it's a bit too quick, it's a bit too much luck. It's not very respected, if you know what I mean, in the cubing community. D tier. It's not F, but it could be. 3 by 3, we gotta put this one in S tier, you know, the classic. I mean, they all started from here. You all solve them the same way, basically, as the 3 by 3 anyway, so we gotta have that one pretty high up. That one's pretty important. Now, 4 by 4, let's go B tier because pretty fun, doesn't take too long, but parity, man. I know every other cube after this has parity as well, but the 4 by 4, you know, it's too small to have any cool parity. It's just a little flipped edge. Nah, actually, C tier. 5 by 5, A tier. 5 by 5 is great. It's only got one parity. It's real easy and it's really fun. It's kind of getting to that stage where it's a big cube, you know, big cube, but it's not a big cube like some of these ones that are coming up. 6 by 6, C tier. It's kind of the same as 4 by 4. It's small, and the parity is just annoying. It's got even more parity on this one. Even layered puzzles, nah. 7 by 7, B tier. It's pretty good. Kind of takes a little bit longer, obviously, but still an event. It's the last official event that we're going to be having here, but it's better than 6 by 6. It's not as interesting. I'd say 6 by 6 is probably more interesting, but it's, I enjoy it. If I had to solve a 6 or a 7, I'd solve a 7. You know what? I'm putting that one up there. All right, 8 by 8. So we're getting into the realm of puzzles that aren't events anymore. Official events anyway. 8 by 8, probably a D tier. There's nothing really special about it. It's just kind of those ones that's like just above what we're used to, but still kind of boring. And it's an even puzzle. D tier. 9 by 9, kind of the same thing, but it's a bit better because it's like one of those even puzzles. C tier. 10 by 10. S tier. I know I said none of the even puzzles are going to be good, but let's be honest, it's a 10 by 10. It's what everyone says when they're referring to a really big puzzle. Classic. S tier. 11 by 11. This is an interesting one. I remember when I first started cubing, this was like what I wanted. I always wanted an 11. The 13 was a bit too much, but the 11 just looked peak. I'm going to put this in A because it's one of those cool puzzles that still looks massive and it's square, which is pretty good. I prefer the cubic sort of shaped ones. The pillared ones, they're cool because they're big, but they're kind of lame because they're pillared. 12 by 12. F tier, man. 12 by 12 sucks. It's even and it didn't come out until like years after. I don't think it came out until the 17 by 17 was out. It took too long and it's just kind of in there just because. Boring. Same with the 14. I'm putting that in F as well. Lame. However, the 13, not S tier because it's pillared, but A tier. 13 by 13. If you don't know, this was the biggest cube for a long time. It was like released in, you know, 2008 or something like that. And it's been that kind of pinnacle of like big cubes in history. Great cube. Wouldn't want to solve it, but you know, because it probably doesn't turn too well. It's up there in the history book. 15 by 15. I actually like this one. Let's go B tier. It's the last big cube that you can actually buy with stickers, which is pretty cool. You can't actually get anything higher than this with stickers. They're all stickerless now. And so it looks like that kind of classic look, just like the 13 by 13. 16 by 16. This is the most recent cube to come out, and it's D tier. Because it's so big, it's, you know, it's not F tier, but it's very mid. It was very quiet when it came out because it was just kind of in there. It's like if they ever make an 18 by 18, which they haven't yet. It was kind of just to fill in the gaps. Now, the 17, this one's S tier as well. This, great puzzle. This is huge. If you haven't seen one before compared to the other ones, it's actually a lot bigger, not just because of the size, but actually the piece size. is very different as well. I remember when that first came out, it was all over my YouTube. It's kind of when I first started, really, so I guess it's a bit sentimental to me, but I still think it's got its place in history and it deserves to be an S. 19. Now, this one's kind of the same, but it was kind of dwarfed by the 21, so I'm going to put it in C. And the 21, first puzzle to get over 20 layers, which is insane. But then again, it's got nothing extra special going for it. A tier. And there we go. Final list. I think it's pretty, pretty accurate. So there you go. This is definitely the exact answer. This is correct. You can't tell me otherwise. Feel free to do this yourself. Let me know what you think should be an S tier or F tier. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.